Well, today I just wanted to share some quick tips on what an INFP can do when they feel sad. Because this is something that I think all of us INFPs go through frequent bouts of sadness because we feel so many things. Sadness is just one of those many things that we feel a lot of and very intensely. And it can be difficult for other people sometimes to understand what we're feeling. But anyway, we don't want to go around feeling, depressed like 80% of the time. So, here are some things that have helped me a little bit when I'm feeling kind of blue. So, one thing, number one, is I discovered this app called Marco Polo, and it allows you to, it's sort of like Snapchat a little bit, but it lets you send video messages to your friends and contacts. Um, and it's a really good way of keeping in touch with people who are out of state or out of town, um, or just also a good way to talk to someone else uninterrupted because you're sending a video message that's as long as you want it to be. And when they get it, they can't interrupt you while you're speaking. They listen. And then they reply, and when they reply, you can't interrupt them while they're speaking. And I've been using that with some of my friends lately, and it's really, really therapeutic. Like, we talk about all kinds of things, like from deep emotions to like relationship issues to silly stuff. But it's so nice, like, after I just talk on Marco Polo, I feel like there's a weight off my shoulders once I send that video message off. And then even better when I get a response back from my friend and I listen to what they have to say and I can't interrupt them. All I can do is listen to them and I see that they've heard me. Like, they're not talking about themselves. They're actually responding to the deep things that I've said. You know, it makes me feel less alone. So, Marco Polo, if you can download that app on your phone, it's a great way to not just have a friend to talk things over with, but a great way to be heard, to make yourself heard to someone who you trust. And that'll make you feel better. At least it made me feel better. Okay. A second suggestion to help with sadness, and this is going to be a little bit odd, but it's worked for me, so maybe it'll work for you too, hopefully, is to write a list of other people who you've noticed look sad. People who you see frequently, like at work, or maybe you have a favorite fast food place that you go to, and you notice like this one person who you see on a regular basis who just seems sad. And then next to their name, something small that you can do that might make them happy. And then, make a plan to follow up on that if you can. Like, for example, one day I was really, really, really sad. So in this notebook right here, this is my journal, I wrote down a list of, I think it was 4 people who looked about as sad as I felt. One of them was a girl at work who's going through a whole lot, like she deals with a lot in her family. Another is a lady at a fast food restaurant. Well, it's at Sonic. I used to go to Sonic like every day to get their drinks, um, until I started having allergic reactions to their drinks, but that is another video for another time. But anyway, one of the workers there, she's really sweet, but she also seemed very sad. And we got to know each other by name because, I go there like every day. And then a couple other people I wrote down. And I thought of like some small things I could do, like a $10 Starbucks gift card. Or one girl, the girl at work, she loves ice cream. So I was like, I could just like buy her a small thing of ice cream and like surprise her with it. So I did that. and got like a little card for her. She was so thankful. Like, the, it surprised me how happy that small little tiny thing made her. And then seeing her happy made me happy. So, first of all, writing that list is a good idea because it helped me to get my mind off of myself. It made me start thinking about other people. Why might that person be sad? What can I do to make them happy? And then actually go out and buy the ice cream. Go out and get the $10 gift card. That made me get out of the house. So I couldn't stay at home and be sad. I had to like get up and do something. Sure, I might have been a little sad while I was going to Walmart. Who doesn't get sad when they go to Walmart? Walmart's depressing. But you know, it made me get out of the house. And then there was that moment when you give the person the gift and they're like super happy and it makes you feel like really, really good. So that that was one of my favorite ways to feel better. A third thing that helped is once again this right here. Start a journal. Now, journaling is not for everybody. Not everyone just loves to journal. But if you like to write, and if you're an INFP, you probably do enjoy writing, it is a good way to just get your thoughts out there. Because maybe you don't feel like downloading an app to Marco Polo someone and talk to someone else. Or maybe the thing that's bothering you is too personal to share with someone else. So you only want to share it in a journal. It really does help to write down your thoughts. And then later you can look back at what you write and it can help you be a little bit more what's the word, objective when you're looking back at the problem that you faced. And even if that problem that you faced is still an issue in the future, as you look back on it at what you've written down a while ago, that might give you some perspective on a new way to deal with the issue, to tackle it. So journaling, it really does help, not only in the moment, but it kind of helps your future self too. Because future you will read what past you wrote and be able to help present. No, future you. I'm confusing myself. Basically, write a journal and that'll help you. The fourth suggestion is to start a YouTube channel and you can talk about anything you want. Maybe if you're an INFP like me, you can talk about what it's like to be an INFP and all of the crappy stuff we have to deal with, as well as, you know, some of the cool things about being an incredibly sensitive and super kind of like insightful person who can almost read other people's minds. Um, yeah, or you can talk about whatever you want. You know, that's the cool thing about YouTube. There's usually an audience for just about anything. So if you want to talk about trains, you could make a YouTube channel about your love of trains. And I'm sure there would be an audience of people who would love to listen to you talk about trains. The fifth tip is really simple. Listen to some good music. That always helps me feel better. Always, without fail. If I don't know what else to do, if I have, if I'm just, I feel so frustrated, the one thing I'll do, like my one crutch is music. Listen to it, and I immediately start to feel a little bit better. The sixth tip is also very simple, and it is to take a walk. And I know like right now it's winter time, so it's kind of icky outside, especially in Louisiana, because Louisiana winter means it's like about to rain and it's freezing. So no, you don't want to take a walk outside in winter. But even just like walking around in your house or your apartment, that can really help too. Because I don't know what it is, but just like maybe getting the circulation going, the blood going, it kind of like clears your mind a little bit. and helps you to focus. So just taking a plain old simple walk can really help your mood to like go up. Alright, well those were just 6 quick tips about some ways to make yourself feel a little bit better when you start to get a little bit overwhelmed by sadness. They worked for me and I hope they work for you too. If you have other tips, please feel free to share them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.